When I'm drawing hands, I usually will kind of start with a gesture of the hand and then try to relate the shape or the silhouette. So let's say my thumb is here, and then I try to focus on the negative and positive shapes. Here's my other finger. So always look for your negative and positive shapes, right? That's what's going to make your pose accurate. We don't have time to really do a lot other than try to get an accurate pose and proportions, right? So you're just focusing on proportions, and then once you're sure, you can put in some slightly darker lines. All right, second pose. So you can draw multiple poses per page, but usually I try to simplify the palm of the hand, if it's flat, into kind of like a piece of toast. I also try to draw the wrist. You never want just like a floating hand. You always want to see like where the wrist takes you. And then I try to draw like a glove kind of around my hand. So if this finger protrudes this way, right, I'm comparing that negative shape and then kind of like drawing in this negative shape, which is like a V shape, as well as this. This one's a bit of a curve. So you can always adjust as you go. Don't use your eraser here. Every time you adjust, go a little bit darker. And like one of the worst things you can do is kind of put an equal amount of space between all your fingers because it doesn't look very natural, right? So what a lot of artists do is they'll try to group the fingers so that the space, is different for each finger. And because your fingers are divided into different segments, right, you might want to draw them in as like 3 segments, especially for the ones that are really curved. Just try to focus on the shape, the gesture, okay, the positive and negative shapes, and your gesture. So this one's going to be pointing. So when your hand is like this, you can see that, your palm is more of this type of shape, right? And then your finger comes out like this, and then there's like this shape where the thumb kind of curves in, and then this knuckle comes in like this. This one's a little easier because you see less fingers. You'll notice that your thumbs are pretty pointy, right? Because your fingers are always they're like fleshy on one side, pointy on the other side. So even with those like subtle differences, it'll make your finger look more realistic. So pointier and fleshier. One side's going to be bonier, the other side's going to be more round. Try drawing with different things. Like if you always draw with pencil, try chalk or try oil pastel or try something that will get you to challenge you a little bit. Get you to try something new. Okay, so I'm gonna do one more. Maybe let's do a fist. Let's do a fist like this. Fists are pretty easy because they all kind of, it fits into one shape. So once you have that shape in, then you can kind of think of your fingers like a glove, like a mitten. So the mitten, you always want to put in your thumb first. There's my thumb, and then I can kind of break out the other shapes. You do want to kind of keep in mind, your pinky's going to be smaller, obviously, than your other fingers. So just keep the general proportion in mind as you're drawing. And don't worry too much about all those details. Just kind of try and get your basic proportions in. Again, just focus on the big picture here. Like what's in front, what's behind, what's bigger, what's smaller. This part is in shadow. I love chalk because I can shape really quickly.
If you'd like to support the channel and the creation of free arts education, become a member on Patreon for behind-the-scenes perks and online classes at Wing Canvas.
Let's see. Let's do one where it's like foreshortened, like this. This is an really odd pose, right? Okay, so this one, it's weird because you kind of have to draw the coils of the arm, right, going into space like this. You can see I'm kind of drawing the overall shape of that mitten. If my mitten was so flexible, I'd be able to, you know, do this with my hand. Again, make sure your negative spaces are not exactly the same because then it'll look kind of boring. Just kind of drawing in my nails and then kind of drawing in the segments here. I really want to emphasize like the foreshortening. So I'm using overlapping lines. And then the last thing I'm going to do is put in detail. The outline of my fingers, maybe my knuckles are a little bit bonier, emphasizing certain lines. Okay. Let's do a peace sign. So again, sketching out my palm and then kind of relating, okay, how long are my fingers compared to my palm? My fingers are shorter compared to my palm. If you're drawing like anime proportions, like anime fingers are generally longer compared to the palm. If you're drawing females or like, especially like anime style men, they have really long, slender fingers, right? And then like there are some villains or like kind of funny characters who have like really short kind of stubby fingers, right? But if you're going for realistic proportions, generally fingers are slightly shorter than the palm. Obviously the thumb is also a lot bigger and the rest of the finger is a lot thicker. So here you can kind of see the finger I drew underneath the thumb. So I'm trying to make my thumb a little bit darker. Okay, so I'm gonna do one where it's like very kind of on the side here. Maybe one like this, where like all the fingers are kind of foreshortened going like this. So you know how your hands can kind of have this type of motion, right? See if you can do that with your hand. So again, this is a very gestural kind of hand, right? Goes right into that wrist. So my view of the hand is slightly different than the view that you see on camera. It's because I'm kind of at a slightly different angle. But this is also like severely foreshortened. So I made my thumb look way too tall here. No time to erase though. I'm gonna add another finger here. It's weird looking, but it is what it is. All right, so one more. How about one kind of going back into space like that, right? So these ones are all kind of foreshortened. So let's do one where it's like, yeah, maybe like that. So here, if you're drawing that box of your palm, right, it's going to be going in perspective like this, right? So that's kind of like the cube of your hand. And because it's going in perspective, it's going to be shorter than it normally would be, right? And then all of your fingers would also kind of follow this. So this finger would go like that. These fingers would kind of come down like this. Also here. Big thumb. This one's very strange because I'm trying to think of it as a cube in space or a rectangular prism in space to just try to keep my eye on the perspective. But if that's hard for you, then like don't worry about the 3D stuff. Just kind of draw the 2D stuff.
Join a virtual class to learn live from our professional artists. Get creative assignments, individual guidance, and real-time feedback on your artwork. Start today and level up your practice. If you learned something new, like and share this with a fellow art nerd. If you love receiving quality and free arts education, subscribe. Here are some other videos you can check out next.